What's going on, YouTube, man? It's been a minute, man. I've been out of the loop. Been on the road, whatever. Been in Pennsylvania, and now I'm in Indianapolis. I'm still passionate about the finance, guys, and I just want to apologize again because, like I said, there are too many negative voices out there, not enough positive ones going through this these hard times we're so-called going through now. So I just want to touch bases on things and just to keep you guys updated with my stories of finance. And got two interesting ones. Before I left, I had two emergencies. And the great thing is that, now I want to say emergencies I see are a positive thing. And when I say emergencies, I'm talking about financial emergencies. And you may be like, well, how is a financial emergency a positive thing? It's because I was prepared. I was rolling, coming from Minnesota, and the tire went flat. Okay, so I said, okay, well, I just throw a spare on it, whatever. And I kept going, whatever, and all of a sudden, that tire went flat. So I was like, wow, okay. So I had to get a tow truck to take me into town. It was about 30, 40 miles out of town. So next day, I have another vehicle at the house, whatever, and then all of a sudden, I put the key in ignition, nothing. So I'm like, wow. So I had to call the same tow truck guy back out to come and jump the car, and then everything was fine. And then I went in and took it for electrical problems, and come to find out everything was okay. But the reason why I'm telling you this sob story is because I didn't stress. And some of you are going through problems, are going to have emergencies, or have had emergencies, and in this situation, you'll pull out the old trusty credit card. But guess what? When you prepare for an emergency, there are no emergencies in your life. My wife and I, if you would have asked us this about maybe, I don't know, 6, 7 years ago, it would have been a whole different ball game. It would have been something like we're running around with our heads cut off like, oh my gosh, how are we going to do this? And why me? And all this other extra stress. And I'm like, look, we have a separate account that's strictly for these things. So when something like that happens, we go ahead and put that account to work. And right now, that account is not for investments or anything. That account is strictly for emergencies. And an emergency is not going to Disneyland or anything like that. An emergency is something that happens by surprise. Something that you didn't expect to happen. That's an emergency. So that's what that account is for, just to go ahead and keep my stress level down. So just some encouragement for those of you who are not yet on board with the finance, okay? A couple more stories I had. That same day, I had to do some bank transactions, and I sat down at there's one bank, I won't say its name, but I sat down at the bank, and there was a teller there. I wasn't a teller, a guy, that they're behind the desk, and you talk to him, and you tell him your banking needs. And then we just got to talking, whatever, and I'm depositing money, and he's like, what do you do? Because I always get that question. So I just do some things, sell small products around here and there. And then we got on the subject of retirement. I don't know how we got there. I'd say how we got there because I said I travel a lot. And then he was like, oh, okay. So I said, so what do you have going for your retirement? And keep in mind, this guy, I don't know the exact age, but looking at him, I could probably guess that he probably was around the age of anywhere from 45 to 50. And he said, my wife and I have not thought about retirement yet. Your wife and you have not thought about retirement yet? So I'm like, okay, I'm 34 years old. This guy is 45, 50, has about another 15 years left, and he hasn't thought about retirement? I can go ahead and give you the prediction now what I think that guy's retirement will be. He's going to be the type that make okay money while he's working, but when he gets ready to retire, he's going to go to poverty level. Then he's going to have to watch his expenses. Then he's going to be one of those complainers to be like, well, you know what? The price of gas has went up. The price of this has went up. How do they expect us to make it? We need a new president. He's going to be the ones that jump on the bandwagon, if he's not already that type. Fellas, this is no game here. When it comes to retiring, you got to be ready to go. Now, if you in your 20s, you're really on the ball. When I was 20s, I was messing around. I'm ready to go now. I'm ready to make things happen. There was a plane just went by. I'm sorry, guys. I'm ready to make things happen. You know? And the way to make things happen is to start early. You don't wait to the last minute. It's like this in life. You know, when you get ready to go somewhere, and and you ready to go and you want to have success when you go there, you don't wait till 5 minutes before you get ready to go to put things together. No, you plan. You may have to alter your plan, but by planning, it helps your situation in the future. So I just don't understand how people say they're not worried about retirement. It seems like they just want to live in poverty. But that's what happens when you don't plan. So my gift to you, because I want to give something to you all the time, is prepare for retirement now. Get rid of your debt, guys. Get rid of your debt and try to pay this home off as soon as possible. You know, I'll get into some aspects of that, of how to pay your home off as soon as possible. But the first thing right now, guys, clean your debt up. Don't have credit cards. Cut them up. Throw them in the garbage can. Clean your debt up and get it down to zero. And when I say debt, I'm talking about minus your mortgage right now. So all my subscribers out there, whatever, get rid of your debt. So I'm going to go ahead and stop this now. I'll probably be putting some more videos up today because, man, I've been out of the loop for a while. So I got a lot of things in my mind. So until next time, take care.